Hey friends, happy new moon in Aries. This is the start of a new astrological year. That's exciting. And then yesterday we had the spring equinox, which I didn't get to say happy spring equinox yesterday because it was a busy day. Let me tell you, I just made some connections around big major events in my life and equinoxes and solstices that I had to share with you because the universe is magical. Before I share those with you, I did want to quickly say that I am going to share the new moon and dream mantra in this video as well. This is going to be a longer video. It's not going to be a reel. I can't keep this all into or contain this all into 3 minutes. And so yeah, I thought I'd do a video, a good old fashioned video instead. So, okay, my equinox synchronicities and solstice synchronicities. Yesterday, my husband and we bought a house. Pretty exciting. And then I realized that, oh my gosh, yes, it's the equinox. And it was also my husband's and my 10-year anniversary of being together, of like the first time we kissed was on the equinox. And then a year after, so it was like our 9-year anniversary that we adopted our dog Olive. And then it's the 8-year anniversary of us being engaged. All of that happened on the equinoxes, the spring equinox. And then yesterday we bought a house. So that's not even all of the story of the magic. But when we were in Vancouver, we owned a condo and we purchased it on the summer solstice 1 year, and then exactly a year later we sold it and closed on the summer solstice in June 21st. And also, so unintentionally, I set the closing date for us purchasing this house that we bought yesterday to the summer solstice this year. So that's crazy. I mean, is it? The universe is so magical. But I wanted to share that. Also, in my 20s, I started dating a boyfriend on the summer solstice and then broke up with him exactly 2 years later on the summer solstice. So there's something magical about the equinox and solstices in my life personally, and the balancing, the new beginnings, the transitions. I meant to say balancing of light and dark. I didn't finish my sentence there. And yeah, so do you have any magical moments that kind of connect in with the equinoxes and solstices throughout your life? My mind was a little blown last night when I realized this after my husband and I got our offer accepted on the house. We were just like looking at the dates because he's like, it's also our 10-year. And so yeah, we were like, we're like, let's look at back at photos in our photo album to see like what happened on all these dates. And that's when like we connected all these dots. So anyways, super funny. Life is so magical even when we don't necessarily intentionally kind of make it. I mean, we do, but we don't. You know what I mean? Anyways, okay, I'm not going to ramble on about that. Just had to share that story because pretty freaking cool. Um, what else did I want to talk about? I wanted to share the new moon and dream mantra, and there were like a couple messages that kind of came through. So I'm going to actually share two mantra options so you can choose which one feels resonant to you. I think the energy feels bigger because it's like this new year, new astrological year. And so this is sort of both the energy for this lunar cycle as well as the energy of this new astrological year. So for those who are new to me, every new moon I do go into the dream world to get messages on what energies this new lunar cycle is that we are stepping into. So how can we best work with those energies and integrate those energies into our life? Of course, we can work on these things at any time, whenever we feel called. But it's just kind of what Spirit said, hey, pay attention to these energies for this, next kind of 28, 29, day lunar cycle that we're stepping into. So one thing that has been coming up a lot in dreams is like physical sensations. I was talking with my students in my dream oracle school, and we've been diving into physical sensations in dreams. So this is a little dream interpretation tip for you as well. And tuning into those physical sensations, how are you responding to those in your dreams? And how are those physical sensations in your dreams shedding light on the messages of your dreams? And so in my dreams, I've had these physical sensations that have really brought me into the present moment. And so those are really about tuning into being more present, being more in the moment. How can we connect with our senses, and how do our senses bring us into the present moment? How do our senses help us be in the present moment? And also accepting the present moment, accepting what is in the present moment. So whether it is something that you are, elated about, joyful about, or if it's something where you're maybe not as thrilled, but just accepting it for what it is, that's also tied into being in the present moment and accepting. Ultimately is the accepting of the present moment, which is really important. So these physical sensations that I had in my dreams were all around that. And some examples of what they were in my dreams was I had something in my mouth. It felt like a hair, and I pulled it, and it was like this hair that was like attached to the tip of my tongue, but it wasn't a hair. It was like thicker, but it kind of like, I felt like if I pulled it out, it would be painful. But I was like, I stopped everything that I was doing in the dream, and it just drew me to my mouth and this hair. And then there was also another dream where I was feeling like a cold sore. I don't know if you've had a cold sore, but if you have, you know the sensation of like how it feels when a cold sore is about to like break out on your lip. That sensation came up. There was also this like choking, kind of gagging that I was experiencing in my dream this morning. And that really brought me into the present moment as well. And also, there's other like little messages with this in connecting in with like throat chakra, clearing throat chakra. How are we speaking? What are we speaking? What words are we putting into the world? That was also connected in with these messages and dreams. And being really mindful of, it was almost like what programming we are putting out there with our words. So how are you speaking into this world? What are you speaking into existence? Is it beneficial? Is it empowering? Is it uplifting? Or is it the opposite? Is it limiting? Is it not supportive? And so also I'm hearing that it's important to connect into how that is like self-talk for yourself, not just words going out, but words going in, thoughts that replay in your mind, how those are affecting you and impacting you in your daily life. So that was one of the messages. Another message that I woke up with was just the message of embodying our higher self and doing what we can to align to our higher self so we are more deeply connected. I mean, I talk about this stuff all the time. This is like literally my life mission, is to help other people align with their higher self so we can all live from a place and create from a place of that deep alignment. And when we are living in that place of deep alignment, we are in more joy, more love, more peace, more acceptance, more compassion. And how different would that world be? And so it is about taking some time for yourself and asking yourself, how can I step more fully into my higher self, my soul, capital S soul, not little s soul, but like my higher self. What is my intuition saying? How can I move today in this present moment right now from a place of my higher self? How can I be connected? So these are the energies that Spirit is sharing for this lunar cycle, as well as this whole entire astrological year, we're being called to go deeper within and deeper into the present moment and deeper into acceptance and compassion. So, mantras. Feel free to shift the wording as you want. One of them could be, I am fully aligned with my higher self in this now or present moment. Another one is, I easily connect to the present moment. So work with those mantras. You can write them down on a piece of paper, put them beside your bed, put them under your pillow, write it and stick it on your mirror so you see it when you wash your hands. Just be present to that mantra. When you go to sleep, focus on that mantra before you go to bed. You can add it into your bedtime and dream ritual and work with it for as long or as little as you feel called to. But Spirit has shared that the energies for integrating this are perfect right now, which also it feels very potent with the equinox energy that we're still lingering in, that balancing of the light and the dark. When we step into our higher self, we are stepping into our higher self with those balanced energies. So it's not about only stepping into the light, but it's bringing that dark into the light and balancing and harmonizing those energies within ourselves. And so super potent time to be working on these intentions right now. Another thing that is a really powerful thing is taking some time and free writing. I did this morning. I did some free writing of what are my intentions for this next astrological year? What are the intentions that I want to feel? I always find that feeling intentions can be quite supportive and helpful because instead of, yeah, like feeling intentions versus like task oriented intentions. So it's like, what is it that I desire to feel right now? Danielle Laporte is a great person who talks a lot about feeling this. She talks about her, this is where I got it from, is like her desire map, and it really resonates with me. Is just like, what is it that you desire to feel? It's so much easier for me anyways to be like, I want to feel joy today, and maybe that looks like laughter and connection. And so creating my day with that intention of that feeling is more tangible and easier for me than a task, for example. So anyways, I've gone on a bit of a tangent. This is a long video. I've strayed away from doing long videos because the attention span of people out there is like 3 seconds. If you don't catch people in this 3-second hook in the beginning of your video, you've lost them. So if you're still watching this, drop a comment and let me know that you stayed till the end. And sending you so much love. If you haven't already downloaded my free dream meditation, make sure you go to the link in my bio and grab that. And yeah, hope you have a beautiful new moon.